What's going on, people? This is my first video, and from being on YouTube, checking out things, I see the issue is truth. What is truth? Simplicity is truth, and truth is simplicity. Simplicity and truth has always gone hand in hand. People just complicate things, trying to extort for money and be less accountable for the things we do, and also exploiting our lack of knowledge and understanding. Let me give you an example of how truth is truth. You can worry about death, but it doesn't change the fact that death is inevitable. You can blame anybody you want for your circumstances, but it still makes you no less accountable for how you live. Life is a self-correcting experience. However, the mechanism in this society have been flawed by rewarding bad behavior. You know, people have an issue with there being a creator, but you can't deny intelligent design. Intelligent design existed before any science we have. And all science does at best is steal from that intelligent design and create corrupt deceptions of that initial design, usually to control and profit. You know, it's funny, in the unbelieving community, it takes more faith to believe that all of creation came from nothing, with no cause or no process, than to believe that it was created. Look around you. Everything that you see had to have a creator. If you see a car, you know there's a car maker. If you see a book, you know someone made it. Nothing in reality do we assume just spontaneously came into existence in the state in which is used. And just like evolution is science that assumes that all organic life came from inorganic material. Essentially rocks turn into bacteria, which turn into slime, and which turn into a fish, which turn into a lizard, which turn into a mammal, which turn into a monkey, which turn into a person. It takes a lot of faith to believe that, even though there's no evidence. If you do the research, everything they created about all of this is theory. And they based it on the tooth, which they later identified had nothing to do with man. But people are so stuck in believing things without understanding that it doesn't make sense. Life is always simple. We complicate it. If you look at how the reactions and consequences of the things we do, everything has a consequence for an action. But people want to blame. People don't want to take responsibility for the things they do and the way they live. I always say people love evil, but they don't love the consequences of the evil they love. I was on a podcast earlier, and a young man was saying, in this Me Too era, what can a man do to protect himself? And I simply said, brother, have self-control. Use celibacy, which is good to bring your flesh under subjection so that you can think clearly, so that you can discern female nature and the less reputable woman from the decent woman. You have to be able to determine and make choice distinctions. and not just be a slave of your nature. If you're chasing a scandalous woman, you're going to have the result of a scandalous woman. And it's just amazing, you know, that people just don't understand that values are put in place for our protection. To understand that without order in life, without values, there just exists chaos and confusion. And in this world, truth is lost. And the way it's lost is that people use words and steal the true meaning of that word. The best example of that is love. I always say love is correction. Love is sacrifice. Love is selfless. But this world has turned love into a feeling. It has turned love into something shallow, into a scheme, a plot of manipulation, usury. And I don't even have to get biblical because it's obvious. And it's amazing too that people question the Bible because of the people who misuse it. It's like mistaken identity. Someone can steal my identity and do a whole bunch of things that I didn't do. But at the end of the day, they just stole my identity and misrepresented who I am. Same thing with the Bible. So, you know, it's a lot of things I could talk about. You know, like just everything I've experienced on the net, the web, but just wanted to give a little sample. I hope everyone enjoyed this. More to come. Peace.